All right, we're getting ready to start the big show here. Any moment, any second. Whoa, very exciting. We'll be right back with the start of the Steve Squared Show momentarily. Let's see how we're looking here. We're back. Oh boy, very exciting. We got a lot to do today. It's 6:30. Usually I like to give a little warm-up and start a few minutes early, but we'll jump right in. Why not? Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It looks a little stormy outside. I'm looking right now outside. Very ominous, very dark, dreary, and ominous out there. And speaking of ominous, let me tell you what happened to me since I've seen you squares last week. I was driving in that terrible storm I believe it was Thursday. I was coming home from Smithtown, and did you ever see that movie, The Perfect Storm, with Mark Wahlberg and George Clooney? And the storms just come from three different sides. That was me. I'm driving on the Northern State Parkway, fearing for my life, scared, afraid. I'm not ashamed. I mean, let's face it, I was scared. The windshield wipers, do you ever have that rain? The windshield wipers is going 100 miles an hour, but that's not helping. The rain is hitting the windshield. It is dark, and the lightning was incredible. Those kind of lightnings you see in a movie with the streaks going through the sky, very scary. Anyway, needless to say, I can't pull over. You're on the Northern State Parkway, for God's sake. And I'm trying to follow the car in front of me. I see, and of course, there's always the jackass in the giant truck that's like driving like it's a beautiful summer day out, going about 95 miles an hour, beeping at you because there's no storm on their truck. Apparently, they're void of any weather that they have to follow. So they're going, 200 miles an hour. They don't care. Good for them. But I, thank goodness, saw the exit sign for 231. I get off, and within a couple of seconds, it was just raining. So luckily, I navigated the storm, and I'm here to tell you about it. I thought Steve would have to do the show himself, and it would be a somber show of they're looking for the other Steve, myself's body, somewhere on the Northern State floating in a flood. But it's reverse. I'm here, and Steve isn't. What are you going to do? What's new, right? Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny whenever the show is broadcast from home, we don't have Steve with us? Makes you think, doesn't it? Actually, we might have a surprise. We shall see. We might have. Who knows? We might. I'm not ruling Steve out for today. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed. Anyway, hope you guys are okay. Hope you all survived the storm and the floods. And I'm telling you, if you're out there now on the roads, get in, get home, get your pot pie, get in front of the computer, phone, wherever you consume the Steve Squared Show, because we're ready to set it off now.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps.
Oh yeah, I do.
Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me.
That's true too.
It all keeps adding up.
Adding up.
I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just sad?
Right. And welcome to the Steve Squared Show. I'm your host, Funny Man Stevie K. On this July 12th Monday, I hope everyone is having had a wonderful weekend. I don't think we finally had a weekend without holidays or things like that, but I was out there, um, doing my thing. Me and my pops, we were working on that deck, the never-ending project, because, we don't want anybody to come over for barbecue. This is what you don't want. You don't want to be eating a chicken leg or wing and crash through the deck to your death. It's not the way you want to go. So we are working on that. Happy to say we're getting closer. I'm trying to check. Okay, we might. There's possibly a Steve sighting. Let's see. Hold on, folks. Do we have it? Oh, I think so. Wait a minute. Wait for it. I see Steve. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Look at this.
Hello? Hello? This work?
There it is. There he is. Of course, he's at the Met game.
Oh, hi, Steve.
How are you, Steve?
I'm doing just well, thank you.
I
Happy first half of MLB. Good to see you.
What are you wearing? What are you donning there up in the third deck of Citi Field?
Oh, yes. Can we get a close-up of that?
I see. Is that Mr. Met?
That is Mr. Met.
Now, I heard they're coming out with a Mr. Met hat that's giving the finger.
Oh. Well, it'd be nice to have someone with some guts, like the Yankees or Billy Martin. It's all right if he gives the finger. It's all right if Reggie gives the finger, but no. Yeah, go rag on poor Mr. Met.
All right.
He's got feelings too, Steve.
I know. Now, before we start the show, I was just saying, how did you make out in that storm? I don't know if I told you. I almost didn't make it here. I'm talking about that Thursday bad storm. How did you do?
I've had problems ever since. Actually, this is the first time I've really gotten things working. My router and my modem were on the fritz. I had to go work on it up until the very last minute. I was almost going to try and go into my car and do the show.
Oh, so you got it up? It's up and running?
Yes, it is.
And that was because of the storm?
It might have been. I think my modem got wet. I had left the window.
Now, we got a lot of things. I didn't share everything because I like to get your raw answers. I didn't share everything. But the first thing I'd like to do, I want to send Steve. You're going to love this. My nephew Jared, who designed, of course, I'll do it now, Dumbbells, the t-shirt I'm wearing. We all love that. Dumbbells, sure. So Jared went on an interview today for a job at, ready for this? He went for an interview at Equinox.
Really?
For a personal trainer position, and mentioned me, my uncle, my inspiration, which is definitely scary. So, do you remember? Now, I tried to give him tips last night going into the interview. Do you remember, what was your first job interview?
My first job interview?
Yeah, do you remember?
Probably was a summer job.
Like a summer job during school?
Yeah, during school.
Well, what was your first, do you remember your first, like a real one you were nervous about? Like a job you really wanted?
Yeah, there have been a few of them here and there like that. Yeah, of course.
Very nervous. He's very cute. He was, I was giving him advice. I told him not to do what they did in Step Brothers when Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly went together in tuxedos. That was classic.
Yes.
So he was hoping to get this job at Equinox, and we'll hopefully hear. We're going to keep a watch on that, Steve.
Maybe I can,
Oh, you will get double charged. I will tell him to light you up. Now, Steve, look at the hat I'm wearing. You didn't notice the hat I'm wearing.
Is that a Hofstra? Is that a Hofstra hat?
That is very good. I'll tell you why I'm wearing a Hofstra hat. It is in. I'm paying homage to the coach of the Stanley Cup winning Tampa Bay Lightning, John Cooper, who is a Hofstra alum.
Wow.
1989, he graduated and went on to become a Stanley Cup two-time winning coach. Pretty good, huh?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Now, nobody else other than the two of us made it big out of Hofstra, me and John Cooper.
Maybe a couple of other people here and there.
Speedy Claxton.
Actually, my hero DJ, who I grew up from WABC, Dan Ingram, was a Hofstra graduate.
Oh, was he really?
Yes.
I have to do a little search and see some like famous Hofstra alum. They was decent, yeah.
I'll Google it right now and just show you a minute.
See if you get a couple of names. Some. While you do that, I'm going to move on. Oh boy, there was. I'll tell you this in a minute, but they said gas prices, Steve, average on Long Island getting up to $3.19 a gallon.
I haven't seen it that high. It's sort of starting to drop.
Is it?
Yeah, it was like.
It got. I mean, I'm paying about 30 something. I don't know, 305, 307.
There was a place right up on my way to work that actually went under 3. It was like 297.
Those places always scare me. I don't think that's real gas you're getting.
It says Exxon at the and so I mean, is that real gas?
I don't know. You know, it's all branding. Don't worry about it. It's like getting Gould's mustard or store bought. Don't worry about Exxon gas or I get that gas on the side of a road that says, like it says US gas. It just says us gas.
That's wise.
I feel good. I feel the car keeps running.
All right, let's go to some notable alumni.
Oh, good. What do you got?
I got some I got some big names here.
Let's see.
Now I'm going to say, here's one. I'm going to give you some clues, all right?
All right, let's play.
This one's a pretty big star. He was in an Academy Award winning movie. And he was a Corleone.
He was a Corleone. And
Yes.
Al Pacino went to Hofstra?
Wrong Corleone,
Oh,
Steve.
sorry.
Actually, ironically, this actor in The Godfather, they shot his murder scene literally maybe 2 minutes away from Hofstra itself.
Now you gave it away. It's Sonny James Caan.
Absolutely.
He went to Hofstra?
He went to Hofstra.
I didn't know that. My parents were watching The Godfather. Were they giving The Godfather this week? Or weekend?
I didn't see, I didn't notice.
Yeah, they were watching some of The Godfather.
And of course, speaking of that, of course we all know, that I won't even, you have to guess, that Francis Ford Coppola went to Hofstra.
Yes, that is true. Boy, look at the Hofstra. Anybody else?
Now, I know you're such a big New York Jet fan.
Oh, Wayne Corbett.
Absolutely, you know that too. Excellent.
Wayne Corbett. What about Mark Gastineau? Did he go to college?
He's barely made it graduating from life.
Okay, all right. So no Mark Gastineau.
Okay, so we got also, here we go, ex-Met.
Oh.
An ex-Yankee.
Oh.
And a retired Yes broadcaster.
Oh my gosh. A retired, a two-time, both played in both cities, and a retired broadcaster. Oh.
Played in Queens and the Bronx.
Queens and the Bronx? Fran Healy?
Not Fran. But he just retired from Yes. He was in the booth at Yes. Up
What?
until maybe last year, 2 years ago.
Oh, Ken Singleton.
Absolutely.
Ken Singleton went to Hofstra?
That's right.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't. He never mentioned it.
I guess maybe he didn't have a good time. I don't know. Who knows?
Speaking of good time. No, I'm not going to play good times. Speaking of good times, there was two incidents I'd like to bring up. Two fast food incidents that I think you'll get a kick out of, Steve.
Sure.
So, two of the fast food foes, the enemies of each other, Mickey D's, Burger King, had two incidents this week that I think need noting. So, let's start with Burger King, okay?
Let's do that.
Have it your way, have it your way, have it your way at Burger King.
So, we love Burger King, very nice. Like,
May
look,
I help you, sir?
may I help you? Look how nice.
Juniors and 4
Nice.
Coca-Cola.
Watch how nice she
Would
is.
I have to wait long if you made one Whopper with no pickle and no lettuce?
No, sir.
Hold this pickle, hold the lettuce special.
See, they're singing to you.
All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
So, very friendly. They only ask us that you let us serve it your way.
Absolutely.
Not, unfortunately, at the Burger King in Nebraska.
What happened at the Burger King in Nebraska?
The whole staff walked out.
Really?
They put, and on the sign outside, you know the sign, the BK sign, and then under it, usually it has, whatever, Whoppers on sale or 2-for-1 McNut, whatever. They put, sorry for the inconvenience, whole staff quits. So it went viral, and the Burger King Corporation, Johnny Burger King, very upset, called the Nebraska store. And of course nobody answered because everybody quit. They said there was no air conditioning in the kitchen, 100-degree temperatures, one of the workers passed out, very upset. So right now, if you were going to a Burger King in Nebraska, you're not getting anything your way.
What was the excuse for this? The environment there.
Well, they didn't say, but the corporate Burger King gave a statement. We care about our employees. We're there to give it to them their way, and they're gonna get it their way.
Oh, well, in that case, could I have the other Whopper with extra ketchup?
Sure. We can serve your broiled beef Whopper fresh with everything on top. Any way you think is proper, have it your way.
So that was the Burger King story. Then, not to be undone, McDonald's, an Iowa man. Now this story hits home to me. An Iowa man walks into a McDonald's. He gets his order. He goes home. He realizes they forgot his barbecue dipping sauces for his McNuggets.
Yes.
So he calls in a bomb threat.
Seems perfectly normal.
Now, that's something I would do. Because you get irate. You get home, you're excited, right? You put on the Steve Squared show, you open your bag of nuggets, there's no sauce.
Now you see, many people think I'm kidding when I say to me it's normal. But having been hanging around with you for maybe almost 10 years now.
A full decade.
I am into it's like a Stockholm syndrome I have with you, and that I find nothing wrong with that. That's right.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
That is true. So those were the two incidents at your local McDonald's and Burger King. The man was happily to know arrested, and he's in jail with a full 10-piece nugget and 3 dipping sauces.
He'll be lucky if he gets even one nugget.
I bet. Those dipping sauces will definitely come in handy in prison if you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Anyway, so Steve, are you happy about this? Is exciting.
Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
The great billionaire, cajillionaire, trillionaire takes one very, very, very small step for man and one giant leap for his pocket.
I don't know. That's so cynical.
Richard the Branston takes his stupid paper airplane and now calls himself an astronaut. What do you think about this, Steve?
I think if anyone should do it, it should be him. He's a nice guy as compared to
Houston, we have a problem.
the other people in the running there, the other billionaires who are in the running to go into space.
Now, Jeff Bezos of Amazon, he is set to take the blue something, whatever he calls it. That's going to be launching July 20th. So next week.
Is that the blue pill? Is that what they call it?
I don't know if it's the blue pill. The blue.
At his age, you know.
That's true. Anyway. So that was Richard Branson when he was up in fake space. So, as I like to call it, fake space.
Let me just say in defense of Richard Branson.
Say it.
I used to fly Virgin Air, and I'll tell you,
Yes.
it was a great experience.
I'm sure it is.
I'm just sorry that Virgin America was sold off to Alaska Airlines. Let me tell you. The first time I went on Virgin Air when it was taken over by Alaska Airlines, forget about it.
Not good?
The magic was over.
No. Well, what made Virgin Airlines so good? Like, what was the experience? What did they have? Hot towels? What was it?
They had good customer service. It was a good experience on the plane. I mean,
Now, I've told you, and I think I've shared with you my idea, which I'm going to bring to Shark Tank.
We're still talking about Shark Week.
Shark Week and Shark Tank, same thing. I had remembered my idea about fit class, about exercising on the airplane. You have a section with people exercising. You call it fit class. And me and my dad actually drew up some blueprints. Very nice. This is going to take off. I'm bringing this to Shark Tank.
All right, then.
Who do you think would accept, Mr. Wonderful or the other idiot?
Mr. Wonderful would not take it.
I think the other guy, the owner of the Mavericks, would.
Mark Cuban?
Yeah, because he's a fitness guy. He would definitely, he seems like a sportsman.
Well, what about the lady from QVC?
I think she would feel that it was a threat against one of her other. She has a lot of those abdominizers and little Suzanne Summery type of things. I think she would be,
She could sell that on QVC or whatever.
That is true. She could put. Well, you can't. No, you can't because you got to sell it to the airlines. This is not something you could bring on an airplane. The airplane the seat has to be like a fit seat, right? And you have some exercises coming out of it, like bands. You don't want free weights on the plane. You don't want to lose a 10-pound dumbbell while you're nosediving at 30,000 feet. You don't want to get hit in the back of the head with a 20-pound dumbbell.
That's true.
I've thought of everything, Steve.
It would be really great, Steve, if they could, instead of just doing these entrepreneurial ideas on Shark Tank, what about backing like some productions or
Yes.
prospective plays or musicals or movies or maybe a television series?
Something maybe that's fitness related.
What would you do if you were selling dumbbells on Shark Tank? That would be fascinating.
I would go in front of these guys. I would say, look, you want a winner? You want to be a dumbbell? Hey, Mark, do you want to be a dumbbell? I'm asking for 20% and $300 million investment in my show Dumbbells. So who wants to be a dumbbell, Sharks? Right? I could be on that.
Hi, I'm Funny Man Stevie K.
Now, you have experience getting on game shows. You could tell me, how do you get on Shark Tank? Is that possible? Can someone get on Shark Tank?
I mean, I assume so. I can tell you, some basic ideas on how to get onto television.
Yes. We'll get your basic ideas.
They're not looking charismatic,
That's me.
who have a personality,
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
people who won't kill other people because they don't want to get.
I'm sorry. Are you dinging?
I'm getting dinged by other people, but I'm ignoring them right now.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't know how that marijuana got in my car.
Someone was asking me actually an all-star question.
Oh.
Do I care about anything with the all-star games or home runs of spin doctoring?
Oh, that's a big no right there.
Now, wait. I don't think, as a Met fan, it pains me to see Pete Alonso in this thing because we learned the hard way.
Yes, not a good thing.
With David Wright, because after he.
Yeah, it's the home run derby curse.
He never was good at it. He never got.
No, I'm telling you, they swing like maniacs. And yeah, I can't listen to 3 days of spin rates and exit velos. I'm good, thank you. I'm not watching it. And speaking of sports, Steve, I know this is. Let me do the Olympic moment for a second. This is Olympic moment is brought to you by Celsius, a proud non-sponsor of the Steve Squared Show. So it was just announced somewhere that there won't be any fans or athletes at this year's Olympics. What they're going to do is use cardboard cutouts and they'll be looking like they're running.
I thought we got over that cardboard thing.
No, the athletes themselves are going to be cardboard cutouts.
Oh.
Yes, this was straight from the Prime Minister himself out of Tokyo. We feel we shall use cardboard cutouts. Nobody will know the difference. Only Bob Costas will be there and Al Michaels. They're the only two allowed in the Olympics. They're going to interview each other.
They're not there. They're long gone. They're retired.
They're dead?
No, retired.
Oh, okay. You scared me, Steve. So that, Steve, was the Olympic moment.
Thank you, Jim McKay.
That was the Olympic moment. Jeff Bezos is called Blue Origin. Blue Origin is the name of his rocket ship, and he says that Richard Branson did not enter space. He only went 53 miles, which
He's going deeper into space.
he's going into real space, which they consider 61 miles. So he called Branson a fake, a fraud, and he said, and hopefully his rocket will come on time because Amazon doesn't even deliver my basketball on time. So I'm hoping he will. They'll get the kinks out and he'll get there.
Now, you better be careful because I saw a Sharknado, and the sharks did come up into space on some of those episodes.
That is true.
Movies,
That is Sharknado.
Sorry. Shut down outer space, Steve. Sharks.
Shut it down. Well, this is going to be the best space summer ever. You do what you have to do to take care of space. Do you like Shark Week? Do you watch Shark Week?
I watch some of it. I don't watch it religiously, and I don't watch it constantly. But I will try to watch 1 or 2 programs.
So, Steve, do you want to do this? So Richard Branson's charging $250,000 a pop, where you could go up for this 4-minute whatever flight, pretend that you're an astronaut, and then come down. $250,000. You want to share? You want to split it? Come on.
I'll see what I can do. I don't know.
Do you think he takes payments? Maybe you could pay.
I hear if you talk to he's got his sales manager, Sal might help us out.
You know, if you pay in full, you could bring a friend. You pay in full, you bring a friend. Oh boy, would you ever have a desire to go into space?
Not for that money. If I had that much money, I'd be doing something more with it.
That's what I say. I think that's, you're right, Steve.
This is so unfair!
Which do you like better, Steve? Hold on.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
Or which is a better opening to a song? A better opening to a show? Pretty good. Do you like the Happy Days theme or the Partridge Family?
I like the Partridge Family theme.
Yeah, it's Come On, Get Happy. But they're both happy.
But I like the original. You know, originally when Happy Days first started, they actually used Bill Haley's "Rock Around the Clock."
Yes.
And I like that opening a lot better. I think that song is a bit cheesy.
Oh, the Happy Days? Who wrote the Happy Days theme song? You should know this.
I will tell you.
I know you know this.
Charles Fox, and I've got the other gentleman with him, but they've written a lot of theme songs. They've written The Morning After from the Poseidon Adventure. They wrote Love American Style. They wrote from Foul Play. Barry Manilow sang the song Ready to Take a Chance Again. They have a lot. Killing Me Softly,
Oh, I love that.
which they're still making money on thanks to Lauryn Hill.
That's what you do. That's what you do to me. You've been killing me softly and slowly for the past 10 years.
You do that every day, throwing things at me, threatening me, yelling at me. Trust me, it goes both ways.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Steve.
Steve, they wrote The Love Boat also, by the way.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you know, actually, they've been giving the Love Boat on the Nickelodeon station lately. Show Isaac, Gopher, tremendous actors. I'm going to give you a quiz, Steve. Speaking of some of these shows, Partridge Family. Let's start easy. Give me the Partridge Family band. Give me the characters. You name the cast.
You have Keith.
You got Keith.
Danny.
Yep.
You have
Lori.
You have Tracy.
Tracy.
And you have Chris on the drums.
And who the lead singer? Or not the lead singer, but the mom.
Shirley, of course.
Of course. Good job, Steve. Wait, what? We got to give you a. We don't even have that anymore.
Oh, good grief.
All right, we'll go with that. Now, here we're going to get a little tougher. Round 2 gets tougher, Steve. I want you to name the Jackson 5.
Okay.
There's 5 of them.
Okay, pat my forehead.
Pat your forehead. This is round 2. You can call a friend. You can call a friend if you'd like, but your friend is on with the show with you right now, so.
Okay, so we got Marlon. We have Tito.
Sure.
We have Randy.
Oh, yeah.
We have Michael, of course.
Of course.
And
No cheating.
I'm not.
If you missed this last one, I mean, this is...
Jermaine!
There you go.
Yeah, that's
And of
right.
course, the great Wesley, who was an adopted brother. No, I'm just kidding.
Wesley Jackson.
And then there was Action Jackson, which was years later. So pretty good. So you're 2 for 2. We're going for the money round. This is it, Steve. This is where you can really make it happen. All right, we're going to back up. All right, we're going to play round 3 for all the money. Do you want to stay or do you want to go for round 3? I can't tell you who yet, so you have to decide now. Do you want to go for...
You won't give me usually they give you the category at least.
Well, it's a showcast. You know, it's a television show from from I guess it's the 70s. It's a animated show, a cartoon.
Look, if you're, usually they would give you, in a real game show situation, you tell me the category. But I know I'm not going to see this money at all. Yeah, what the hell? I'll go for it.
Oh, okay. You will see the money. I'm going to write you out a check after the show. It's going to be taken out of Gov's Radio.
It's going to be that giant check here.
It's that giant check. You've won a giant check. I want you to name, and I'll tell you how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The gang of the Fat Albert Gang. This is tough.
You really.
I bet you can't even get 5 of them.
I'm going to write this out on my pen here. Of course, you got Fat Albert.
All right, we'll go for what you got. Fat Albert. Good.
Albert, and we have, and then we have Bill.
Who?
Bill. There was young
Oh.
Was one of the kids.
All right, I don't have a bill. Okay.
Russell.
Russell, you got?
Russell. Weird Al.
Weird Harold.
Weird Harold.
Not Weird Al.
Yankovic wasn't.
No, yeah, Weird Al Yankovic wasn't there.
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Emily, where are you? I hope she's listening. So we got Fat Albert. We have Russell.
We only got 2 hours left of the show,
We
Steve.
have Weird Harold. We have Mushmouth. Hey,
Mushmouth.
Mushmouth.
That's 4.
All right.
I'll give you a hint. Sean Astin played him in a wonderful movie about football and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Well, that was his deal, but now I remember with his cool hat.
Yes, Rudy. All right, Steve, you got one more you should definitely get.
Well, as I said, Bill was one of them. If you saw the cartoon.
Yeah, I don't have one. I'll give you the last 2. Dumb Donald.
Yeah.
He had the hat, which they probably in today's world wouldn't be allowed. And Bucky. I don't remember Bucky either. Anyway.
I remember. Well, look, Steve. It's really nice that you don't believe in the cancel culture that we're actually talking about. The Bill Cosby project here.
Yeah, it's not about that. It's more about the Fat Albert. Anyway.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirty gritty.
Yeah.
Down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. All right.
What?
I'm looking at the playlist for my radio show last week, and I did play that.
Oh.
Summer in the City.
What is this?
Since I am dead, I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotations.
I play that because they've been pitching this Shakespeare all over Long Island thing, and it's getting annoying.
Wasn't the Nightmare Before Christmas?
It did sound a lot like it. What is with Long Islanders' fascination with watching actors, Long Island actors, and I'm one of them, perform, and I have performed, bad outdoor Shakespeare?
I've seen you do it.
Does it make people feel like a Long Island aristocrat to wear your flip-flops, have your tanning lotion, and sit at some park on a folding chair and listen to bad actors go, I love somebody, I think some there. I say there, here, there, and there, here, there, you're there, ho, there, here.
I didn't know Foghorn Leghorn was a Shakespearean character.
That's it.
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people.
Lint on it.
Okay, these firecrackers, my God, I can't even, really, I'll tell you, I don't even see fingers, but maybe it's just because I'm numb and stingy.
That's the danger of playing with fireworks, Steve.
By the way, Steve, I do have a couple of more Hofstra alumni. You want?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, here's one. Another big movie star, Steve. Big movie star. She even did some theater. She was in, I will tell you, she was a big star in Young Frankenstein, Steve.
Oh, Madeline Kahn?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Another one. Former governor of the state of New York.
Former governor, Pataki?
No.
That's the only governor I know.
He became governor after
Cuomo?
After the governor before him had to resign because of some sexual issues.
Oh, was that Cuomo?
No, that was not Cuomo because he's still governor.
Oh, I thought the other Cuomo.
Mario. It was after Pataki, though.
I don't know. I just stopped following governors for a while.
David Patterson.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
You don't know David Patterson?
No, I thought he played for.
But okay, here's one.
Give me one more.
Okay, I'll give you one more here. This guy is from Astoria, Queens.
Oh, I need more than that.
You know, I've been in so many films, like Pulp Fiction, Coming Home.
Are you trying to do Christopher Walken?
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Is that that sounds like his baby brother Harry Walken. But yes, the great Chris Walken. I should get a blurb for him.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, I love Christopher Walken. Well, you know what we need? We need more cowbell. You know, I make I make gold records. I make records. I make gold records. I'm just like you. I put my pants on one leg at a time. It's just I make gold records.
I hate how Jimmy Fallon cracks up and everything.
I know he's trying to get the attention.
That was the one time it worked.
I know.
I don't mind cracking up either, but you know what? He was doing it all.
He does it all the time. Now, Steve, I wanted to ask you. I'm big on the '70s slang. We were talking about cartoons and stuff. I'm big on the '70s slang, so I'm going to start speaking in that vernacular. And here are some of my favorite words. Let's see if you know what they mean. Well, this is I'm going to start saying that was groovy.
Right.
What do you think about that? Should we start saying that? Let's start saying that on the show. That was groovy.
Far out, man.
Or what?
Far out, man.
Far out, man. I could dig it. I knew that you could. I could dig it. Threads. I'm going to go put my threads on. And good vibes. And man, dude, that's a bummer. So I love the way they talk back then. I'm going to start speaking in that tongue. Hey, Steve, they just came out that generation millennials and somebody else, people ages 18 to 40, which is a big span, 18 to 40, are the worst tippers. They are the worst tippers. Are you a good tipper?
I think I'm a good tipper.
What's an appropriate amount to tip your server at a restaurant or bar?
I think it's about 20% right now, at least.
20%.
At least.
So if I get a $100 bill, I got to tip $20?
Might have to.
That sounds pretty pricey. You know, as a trainer...
Yeah, those people don't get paid, though.
I know, it's very sad. I tipped, me and my dad went to the car wash in Seaford. Wonderful car wash. Shout out to the Seaford Car Wash. Wonderful job. Let's give them a little bit of, I don't even have it here. But they're very good. I gave them good tips to wear a hat to stay out of the sun. No, I'm just kidding.
Are we sponsored? Is that our sponsor?
I am working on the Seaford Car Wash, just the way you're working on Leonard's Pizza.
Oh, is that so? Okay.
That's it, you know?
Well, looks like I better chuck another shrimp on the barbie.
So, they were very good, but yes, I'm a pretty good tipper. I agree. I think you have to tip your servers, your wait staff, anybody that's doing a yeoman's job. Yeoman's work.
When you do yeoman's work.
I love the yeoman, which is actually a term from the 1500s, you know.
Is that so? Tell me about that.
That's all I know. So here's the big one. This I'm saving to the end. It's about, we got about 10 minutes left, so I'll do it right now. We're going to play movie remakes, and I'm going to you're going to tell me which one you liked better, the original or the remake. We'll see if we agree. All right. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Let's start basic. The Karate Kid. Are you a Ralph Macchio Karate Kid or a Jaden, whatever his name is, Smith?
Ralph Macchio.
That a baby. Good man.
By 10 miles.
By millions. Jumanji. Are you a Robin Williams, the original, or The Rock and his crew?
The original one was good. Now this version's just going off.
Yeah, now they're just kind of playing on the Kevin Hart, and this gets silly. Even the one with Danny Glover, I think, and Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny Glover and Danny DeVito.
So it's just silly. Here's one, and they've been showing it a lot lately, and this is why I'm playing this game, because they showed both back to back. The Bad News Bears, of course, the Walter Matthau, Tatum O'Neal.
Please, don't even go.
I know. And I watched, for the first time, the Billy Bob Thornton god-awful remake of the Bad News Bears. How could they even have the balls to do it?
I know.
I mean, a classic. You don't do that. They didn't even. It was terrible. Did you see the Billy Bob Thornton one?
Parts of it, I don't even,
It was really
the
awful.
scene of it was terrible. And how about, Steve, how about the in-laws?
That's what I missed. Another one. Terrible.
I really had I did have a copy of the in-laws, and so I was jonesing to see it. So I found a copy of it. Unfortunately, it came with both versions, so you get the original and you have the remake.
Who was in the remake?
Was now with Albert Brooks
Right.
and Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Plus Candice Bergen. You had a few other people.
No, you had some named people. Now,
But once again, why?
right on. I'll piggyback that, Steve. How about the Out of Towners?
Oh God, that was dead. They just messed that up.
So you have, of course, the original. Now help me with this. Jack Lemmon, and I can't remember her name.
Sandy Dennis.
Sandy Dennis, great actress.
She was.
British, I believe.
No, she was American.
Was she?
Yes, she was.
Oh, okay. And Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn, who I love Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn. Don't get me wrong. But
I mean, and even Martin Short's in it.
yes, but the movie was terrible. How about this one, Steve? Let's go with Psycho. Anthony Perkins or Vince Vaughn. I mean, what are they doing here? Again,
It was interesting because actually, Gus Van Sant basically, and they admitted to it. They made that film picture for picture the same as the original, shot for shot.
yes,
Assistant color.
right.
And Vince Vaughn. They're not Anthony Perkins. I'm not saying Vince Vaughn can't act.
No. But of course, it's not. Vacation, you have, of course, Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo lighting up the screen. And then you have Ed Helms and Christine Applegate, who, again, I love. Not a good movie.
Right.
So we agree on both. We're sticking with the original so far.
Yeah, I think we've agreed with everything.
Here's one, and I know what you'll pick. There's the Pink Panther with Peter Sellers, or the new one with Steve Martin.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You're a
Steve
Peter.
Martin.
Which one did you pick?
No,
No, I know you're Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers, of course.
Now here's interesting. Big Trouble, one of my favorite movies. Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China.
Right.
And The Rock is now remaking it. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't think it's out yet. They were redoing it in 2018 and then they stopped. So that's coming out. That's gonna, and I can tell you right now, I'm sure it's Kurt Russell will be better. Oh, The Longest Yard. Burt Reynolds or Adam Sandler? Again,
Like I said,
I know.
Adam Sandler makes movies to have a good time.
Right.
The audiences have a good time, but everybody who works on that movie, he gets the best actors.
He gets the same crew. Kevin James, David Spade.
But he gets great actors.
No, what's her face? Salma Hayek does every one of his movies.
But John Turturro's in this
John
movie.
Turturro?
You have really fine actors that are in this.
I know.
They have a great time on the set. They said, you know what? We've worked, Dave said we've worked on, movies that got great reviews and were well received, and they were nightmare sets to work on. It's a nice job. That's what basically they say.
Well, I'm waiting to be called by him.
Yeah, Chris Rock.
Here's one, Steve. One of my favorites, The Mummy. Now you have Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz in the original Mummy, or Tom Cruise. Ugh. That was his Tom Cruise. No, you know what?
You need help. You need serious help. Serious help.
You're an idiot.
Now you have. Oh, this is interesting. A Star Is Born. So this is the only. This is can have some competition here. You have the Judy Garland 1954. You have the Barbra Streisand 76, or the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga present day.
And you have the original one in 1927.
Yes. In 19 who?
27 was the original.
I think it's 37. Or 34? I'm not sure. There's an old one, yeah.
Yeah, the original one was Frederick March.
Yes.
And I've got the actress now.
But we're not going to go that far. Let's go with these three.
one case where they've done a pretty good job on all.
I agree.
I can't really.
Yeah, I think even the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga was pretty good.
Thought it was well done. Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't corny or silly.
No.
Here's some honorable mentions. Did they do a remake of Dumb and Dumber with 2 other actors?
Yes, they did.
They did, right? I thought so. This will upset me. Night of the Living Dead. Now you know my affinity, my loyalty to the original George Romero's version, 1968. Classic, black and white, 35 millimeter, Night of the Living Dead. And then they try to remake it. No good.
Well, Steve, I would go see a remake of it if certain things were set in play.
That's true.
I'm looking for a good Anchorman, all right? I'm looking for a good cure.
She's a lady. Oh, she's a lady.
Looking for Tom Jones. You're absolutely right.
What about Mad Max?
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, I like Tom Hardy, but then again, a lot of people liked it. I just didn't.
Yeah, Mad Max with Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. I'm still going with Tina Turner and Mel Gibson. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of movies that were remade poorly.
That went slightly better than the worst it could have possibly gone, so hooray.
That was that. Now, what is it? Do you have any movies, Steve, you'd like to see remade? I have a list. Do you have any you would really encourage them to remake?
Oh, God. No.
I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
I mean, I'm being really honest. There's not a lot of things I like to see remade.
Can I give you a couple?
Let's go.
I would love to see a modern day Jaws, and have it done set on Long Island, and have Joe Saladino play the mayor.
I'd rather have you play the mayor. I would like to see you play the mayor.
I want to be on. No, I want to be like the Richard Dreyfuss character. I like that. He's my character. I like Joe Saladino as this slimy mayor.
Could you do a little Dreyfuss?
Let me think of a good line for you. What we're dealing with here is an amazing part of nature. You see, look at those. Look at Mr. Vaughn. I'm not going to sit here while you're waiting to be served up as a hot lunch. You'd love to prove that, huh? And get your name in the National Geographic. Take a look at those dimensions, Mr. Vaughn. They're not wrong. Or I like the classic line, "We're going to need a bigger boat." The great Roy Scheider.
Yes.
I would love to see E.T. remade.
Oh, really?
I'd like to see maybe a 2021 E.T. with... Who would you like to see play E.T.? Maybe, get something, maybe Jaden Smith as E.T. Because he did After Earth. Wonderful movie.
The puppet did a better job.
That's true.
Sure.
Please don't smoke in here. What we have here is a Caucaneus Caradon. It's a great white. Didn't you check out these waters? Well, this was no boating accident, and it wasn't a propeller, and it wasn't Jack the Ripper. It was a great white. Nice. What about Clueless? Maybe a remake of Clueless. As if.
That's a film for its time.
Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler.
I gotta tell you, I do enjoy watching
Al Pacino is great in Jack and Jill. He looks so uncomfortable.
Do the Dunkin' Donuts commercials.
Oh, I wish I had that queued up right now.
The Al Pacino.
The Al Pacino Dunkin' or something? Wait, hold on a second. Let me see if I don't think I have it, but let's see if I have the, give me 1 second. Let's see if I could cue that up. Al Pacino. And what was the movie? Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill.
Here it is. Here it is. I got it, Steve. You asked, and I got it. Hold on. I'm queuing it up.
It's time to help people customize and save.
This is just, I'm sorry, this is, of course, a Liberty Mutual ad. Here we go.
Something's brewing at D&D.
Wow!
Al Pacino!
It's not Al anymore. It's Dunk.
Dunkachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Dunkachino.
It's a whole new game.
Dunkachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend. Attica, ooh, lucky light. This whole trial is out of sight. They pull me back in with hazelnut too. Caramel swirl, I know it was you. Everyone wants my Dunkachino. Can't get enough of my Dunkachino.
And anyway, that's the Dunkachino Al Pacino.
Now, let me ask you something.
Ask me something.
What do you think would have happened in that scene in the Italian restaurant? Michael Corleone came out of the bathroom, and instead of the gun, he starts going into...
Started what?
Al Pacino, Dunkachino.
Well, that's what they should remake. Now, I have a question about that. He goes into the bathroom. He comes out. He shoots both of them. First of all, he never got his veal. You know, it's the best in the city. Did he order the veal? Because Salazzo told him, order the veal. It's the best in the city. I would have gotten a minestrone soup at that restaurant. This place is perfect. Hey, you know what? They got one of those old-fashioned toilets with the, the chain. If we can find a way for Clemenza to hide the gun. That was my Abe Vigoda.
Yes, I know. That was quite good. They can do a line from Fish, maybe.
They should bring that show back. I haven't seen Fish in.
It's on TV.
Is it? I haven't seen it in forever.
It's on a couple of stations.
What about Saturday Night Fever? Do you think they should remake and do another Saturday Night Fever?
Probably not. But let me tell you something.
Tell me.
That is really awesome. It's on YouTube.
I will see it.
It's going to be available on disc on Saturday for Record Store Day at the independent record stores.
Okay.
The Foo Fighters have done an album called the DGs.
The DGs.
They cover some Bee Gees songs, and they do "You Should Be Dancing," and I mean it's fun. It sounds pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I want to hear. Oh, when is it coming out?
It's coming out on Record Store Day on Saturday, but you gotta get to the stores early because they're limited quantity. But I do have it is online. I can get that for you up in a moment.
Yeah, I would give that to the squares. Give that to our listeners because I'm interested in that myself. Actually.
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
It does sound fantastic.
I wasn't ready for this.
I'm sorry.
No, I should have done. I didn't know.
Look how fast I got our audience Dunkachino.
I know that was fabulous, right?
You ask, you get on the Steve Squared Show. We deliver, and we don't get tipped either. We don't get good tipping.
Right.
Nobody tips us.
Right, hopefully you can hear it.
Oh, you're playing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear it. Now I don't. Here we go. I like it. Oh, yeah. Nice. Is that Dave Grohl?
That's Dave.
Oh, I love it. I love it, Steve. Very good. So that's coming out Record Day, Saturday.
Record Store Day on Saturday, but if you can't, you can see a clip of it on the Foo Fighters on YouTube. There's something else that he brought, and you as a drummer would appreciate this. I found some interview he did that said when he was drumming for Nirvana on Nevermind, on that whole album, all his drum beats were stolen from Kool and the Gang and all these different disco bands.
Of course.
And it was just,
Of course, that doesn't shock me. And thank you for remembering my percussion skills. Thank you, Stephen. You know, we should form a band. Call it the Steve Squared. Emily will sing. You play. I'll play the drums. What do you play?
I could do the tambourine. Yes.
Tambourine Man. You could be the tambourine man, and we'll get a group together. Call it the Steve Squares. We'll get something for Sally. We'll pitch this to Sally. Now, I just wanted to give this one last thing before we sign off, and also I'm hoping, Steve, I'm trying to line up for next Monday in the studio. Like I told you, Maureen Tara Nelson. She is the Long Island matchmaker. If all goes well, hopefully she will be joining us and discuss the benefits of online dating with her, or matchmaking as opposed to online dating. So we're going to discuss that next week. So we just need to hang on one more week. There is hope for us, Steve. I'm bringing her in especially for us.
That's great.
Thank you. And I try to help. I try to help the Squares also. Here's a little interesting fact to leave our listeners with. The Squares. These were the worst the states that people do not want to live in. They gave the top states in order, like number one being the state nobody wants to live. California was number one, where people want to leave or do not want to live there. Are you shocked by that?
No. It's like New York. It's very expensive right now.
Guess where New York finished?
I don't know. Second.
Number 7.
Wow. Pretty low.
Jersey?
10.
5. So people they are more grossed out by New Jersey than New York, but not as much by California. So there you have it. I forget which the 50th was. Probably like Hawaii or something. I don't even know.
I would think so.
Probably something nice like that. Mississippi or something like that was number 2. Nobody wants to live down there. Hot and humid. Anyway, so Steve, we're signing off now. Wonderful. Thank you for jumping in there and surprising everybody.
Thank you.
It's a half a square without you.
Thank you so much.
What do we got coming up this Friday? Anything good on your show? What's going on?
I don't know. See how it goes. No?
Got some surprises? We'll get our listeners. Where are you going to be? Where can our listeners find you?
I'm going to 90.3 WHBC, the Voice of Nassau Community College. The show is called Everything and Anything on Friday evenings between 6 and 8. And of course, you can listen on all the radio apps: iHeartRadio, Odyssey, TuneIn Radio. It's all available there.
And soon, the Steve Squared Show will be broadcasting from there, right?
You never know.
You never know. I think you should get me in there. I would love to do a segment, an anger segment. Maybe just a rant. Give me a 1-minute rant on Friday nights. Or I could just, you know what I could do? I could just strangle you for 1 minute while you're playing a song.
Maybe I'll just stay here for next week also.
All right, fine.
I need to be protected.
Protect yourself. And as always, you can check out the Steve Squared Show on Instagram, Facebook. Govs Radio has loads of shows, fun shows. You can go on my Instagram, Stephen R. Kaminsky with a Y. And you'll see all kinds of fun stuff. Maybe my book, Anything is Possible, flying off the shelves, Steve. I just went up there to deliver more books.
Really?
Yeah, at the book review in Huntington. And dumbbells, we're going to start casting. We got a lot of fun stuff going on. And so me and Steve are keeping busy. You going to go watch the Derby now?
Yeah, I might watch a little bit.
I'm watching not an ounce of it. I'm going to watch Clueless, the remake. As if. Anyway, what should we play us out with, Steve? What do we got? Let me see if I can find something fitting. Oh, I got it, Steve. I'm going to play one of your favorites. You're going to like this. Here we go. Oh, yeah. For myself.
I played this for you last week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
I gave it up waiting for you.
You know, I got caught out in Smithtown. I'm always out in Smithtown now on Friday nights. But for myself. And the great Steve Enster. Have a great week. And we shall see you all next Monday, 6:30 on Govs Radio with the Devil Woman. Oh, yeah. This is saucy. Oh yeah. Here we'll play it out with Little Devil Woman.